you don't care how old he is, why don't we just wheel out Hulk Hogan?
He can get it too.
uh, I
He can get it too. I was right. There, uh, this story comes from.
that's really the story we're going to
Uh,
start off with. I was right.
yes, I was right. This story
Okay.
comes from Cinema Blend, uh, and it actually, if you want to be more accurate, it comes from Stone Cold himself on his Instagram account. He was basically shot down the rumors that he was training to return to wrestling. He basically said he's training because he's fat. And when we talked about the story that he had the video of himself working out, I said, is it at all possible that he just wants to get into better shape? Turns out that's what it was.
Well, in
So,
fairness, though,
so says him.
he didn't he didn't say that he's not doing WrestleMania. He kind of deflected. In fact, there's a whole quote. Um, People have been speculating. Hey, Steve, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you training for? I'm adding the hells because Steve.
And the what?
Are you training for an event? Speculate what you want. Speculate what you want for. I just simply looked in the mirror and realized that I look like shit. So I called my diet coach up. I still drink beer on Friday nights, get 3 Broken Skull
What?
IPAs, and that's pretty much it. I'm probably, as far as my body weight goes, sub 232, the leanest I've ever been in forever. Anyway, that's the bottom line. I'm out. I just got tired of looking like when I looked in the mirror, I looked like shit. I got tired of looking like shit, so I'm taking action to do something about it. So, I don't know. That seems like a non-answer.
I mean, it is an answer. I mean, he just wanted to be in better shape. That makes sense. Like, could, what it has, what he's training. Why does it have to be up? He's getting back in the ring. Can't just be training to train. Now, he didn't squash the idea of him going to WrestleMania, but I think that it could also have been that. I mean, I think he shows up at WrestleMania. I think he has a match at WrestleMania. So yeah, that's my other question. But I don't think he was working out just for that solely.
I don't know. I mean, there's a reason why he posted it. Come on, he had a
Look at it.
Steven, or not Steven. Yeah, Steven. Steve Austin is he's not stupid. He's smart enough to realize that if he does something like that, people are going to speculate and shit. Especially, this is around the same time that reports have happened where he was offered a WrestleMania match. So I think he's deflecting. I think he's doing the old school. I ain't coming back, and it's going to be a surprise.
Well, the timing was a little bit off on that. Now, that leads into our next story.
Well, how was the timing off?
Because it does. Well, I'm just saying the timing. It's off that he posted it right after the speculation started.
Oh, okay.
That's just like, I wouldn't say. By off, I mean it's like it's a little suspect. Like, oh, they're talking about me. Oh, they just happen to have this video out as well.
Right.
Um,
Just my spidey senses are tingling a little bit.
yeah, and I do think he actually does come back and wrestles. So
Who he wrestles is a different story.
yes, who he wrestles leads us into our next story. There is reports. Melty boy Dave Meltzer says that he may be wrestling Brock Lesnar. So Stone Cold versus Brock Lesnar. And the exact quote there is there's definitely something in the works for Austin's return match. However, it is being kept a secret for now. He stated that while the obvious idea for him would be to face an upcoming star like Austin Theory and beat him, I don't know how that is a good thing for him. A dream match between him and Brock Lesnar could also be happening.
Is that a dream match?
It is a dream match.
Okay.
Is it a dream match in 2022? It is not.
That was never
It's
ever
a dream
my
match like
yeah, that was never ever my dream match. Like I never ever wanted to see Stone Cold and Brock Lesnar wrestle. Because I always looked at Brock as a wrestler, and Stone Cold's a brawler, so I think their styles wouldn't mesh. Now maybe it would more so than in the past, but Brock Lesnar, all he can do is F5s and German suplexes. So, and I'm not interested in seeing Stone Cold get tossed around like a rag doll. Even if he does get the stunner at the last second, you know what I mean?
yeah, and you got Stone Cold pushing 60 years old.
Yeah.
You're gonna get him in there with Brock Lesnar getting thrown around like a rag doll.
Yeah.
No one wants to see that. It's probably be one of those like, man, this is like uncomfortable to watch type match.
People start donating to his Patreon. Get well, Steve.
Yeah.
We didn't know it was this bad.
And then the reports come out that he got knocked out after the first German suplex and wrestled the whole. He wrestled the whole match unconscious.
Wasn't that what the Undertaker did?
Undertaker, Ric Flair,
Oh, Ric Flair was unconscious too?
Goldberg did a spear and knocked himself out. And had to wrestle the whole match. He wrestled the Undertaker.
Okay.
And he had to wrestle the whole match unconscious. Like just going through the motions.
I bet Bret
that was like.
I bet
You
Bret
wanna talk
Hart
about
loved that.
match. That was like one of the worst matches in history.
Yeah, I never
Like-
watched.
There was a point where the Undertaker was trying to do the tombstone on Goldberg, and Goldberg was like out of it, so he wouldn't get in position.
Poor Taker.
Undertaker's like, yeah, Undertaker. He goes to do the tombstone. And he like you can tell like he was trying his hardest to protect Goldberg. And
Right.
Goldberg was doing everything he could to not get protected. It was just bad.
WWE Goldberg just is not good. I was never a fan of that iteration of him.
Yeah, and we kind of touched on this last week. Was it last week?
It doesn't matter because it
kind of
doesn't
the-
exist.
Well, I was just saying, kind of the dream matches for Austin, or not dream matches, but the match lineup for Austin.
Mhm.
I do like the idea of Theory. I don't like necessarily him going over Theory because Theory needs to rub more than Austin does.
Yeah, it all depends on like if you're gonna build somebody up and get the rub, then Austin has to lose. Which who do they have right now that would lose to Austin, or that would beat Austin rather? I can't really think of anybody. I guess you could, if you do some serious rehab with Theory, if that's the person you want to go with, then maybe. But right now, can you see him beating Austin?
No.
So.
And he was supposed to be the John Cena match at WrestleMania, so
Who's that?
Theory.
Oh,
Remember he was supposed to be the John Cena match, but now
Right.
that's Logan Paul. So, I have an idea though.
okay.
Roman Reigns.
Versus Austin?
If you can't get The Rock, you give him Austin. Of course, Austin's got to lose that match. You can't go in there and beat the Tribal Chief, Stone Cold. Sorry, you got to get in there and get the job done.
I don't
But I
like it.
think that if I think hold on, I think if you can't get The Rock, then that's the next best thing. You want to solidify? I'm talking about making Roman Reigns solidify as one of the greatest of all time. I don't care if Stone Cold's 60. You get him out there, you get him on the ground, looking up at the lights, losing to the tribal chief.
Austin would be the match. I think that's the one that makes the most sense. I think the internet crowd would love Logan Paul and John Cena, but if you want to actually sell wrestling tickets to wrestling fans, then Austin Cena.
Sure. Yeah, it's your generational thing.
Yep.
Um, yeah, and it's good to sell tickets. I more so think about like the aftermath. Like, no one really, no one really benefits from that match.
But
Going forward.
nobody gets fucked over either. So if Cena or Austin lose that match, big picture, it doesn't hurt them. Like they don't lose to a 60-year-old legend, or
Right.
they don't beat a hero. So you just have two legends that have a legend match. I think that's the way to go. If I was back in my booking days.
Back in the OVW.
Yeah. Back when I wrestled and booked.
Double J.
But no, I'm just going based on what I would like to see. And if Cena has to be around and if Austin has to be around, I think that makes more sense than fucking Austin and Kevin Owens.
Yeah, it does. I mean, that was Stunner versus Stunner, so that's why that was the thing.
It's not Stunner versus Stunner because Kevin Owens stole his move. It's not like he came with his own Stunner.
It was the Stunner versus Stunner. Speaking of which, Stunner versus Stunner. I don't know if this match could even happen because of the reports going around with Randy Orton. But Randy Orton versus Stone Cold would be one that I'd like to see if it could happen.
That'd be interesting. Yeah. The Legend Killer versus the Ultimate Legend. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't. With the reports going around, I don't think that much is going to happen because it doesn't sound like Orton's going to be back by WrestleMania.
Yeah. Didn't he just have surgery?
Yes.
Okay.
And apparently his back is a lot worse than they thought, so they don't know if he's coming back at all.
Well, apparently the surgery saved his career or something.
Oh.
So I don't know.
The last things I was saying was his career might be over because of this injury.
I guess we'll see.
But that would have been one.
If Randy Orton starts
versus-
managing Shinsuke Nakamura, we know the answer.
What's worse is he's going to start managing Riddle.
No, it'd be Shinsuke. And then Shinsuke adopts the little Randy Orton Viper gimmick. He becomes little Randy. Basically the Baron Corbin thing, but just better. Because it's Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
I can just imagine Shinsuke trying to figure out what Randy's saying and vice versa. You gotta dress like the Viper, and then Shinsuke comes out dressed like Jake the Snake. Like, what are you doing?
So it'd be a comedy thing?
No, I mean, you kind of have to be.
Some
Right?
comedy. I guess.
I mean, Shinsuke's not gonna be serious. Not now.
I guess.
The ship sailed on that.
Oh, he still got a little.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, a little bit.
Mm-mm.
He's got some in him.
No.
Especially when he showed up on NXT. Oh, God. Yeah, something in him still.
Yeah, when he showed up on
His
NXT, and
entrance is
then
still there.
that was it.
Yeah, his entrance is still good. So there's that.
Yeah, he does have a good entrance.